to stay on top of breaking news out of Wisconsin.
We know that 3 people are dead, including a teacher, a student, and the suspect. This following that school shooting. Fox 5's Tisha Lewis following the developments live from our newsroom this evening. Hi, Tisha.
Hi there, Angie and Shamari. New details coming into the newsroom in just the last few minutes. We've just learned the suspected shooter was a teenage student at Abundant Life Christian School. It all happened at this private school located in Wisconsin's capital of Madison. The police chief there, Sean Barnes, saying officers entered the school and located the juvenile suspected shooter. In addition to the teacher and a student who were killed, 6 other students were injured. 2 of them at this hour are said to be in critical condition. Chief Barnes says officers did not fire their weapons. The police chief says injuries range from minor injuries to life-threatening injuries. Students have been fully evacuated from the school, and police say they have cleared the building multiple times.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Racha Hakwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you, brethren, all you fellow believers of this faith. Shalom to the elect. So the brother sent me this video, Judah Tribe 69, shalom to that brother. Sent me this clip. This is some breaking news. I know a couple of people heard of it, but then I found out more information on it. He actually sent more information on it. Okay, this is a Christian church, a Christian school, right, where Jesus Christ has become the enemy, right? And this was Jesus Christ has been the enemy, especially that Jesus, and everything it was built on from that white Jesus was always deceptive. It hasn't done our people any good. But, you know, the thing that bothers me, right, Vocab Malone and the Christian apologists, but mainly Vocab Malone, he'll say, if this was a Hebrew Israelite school, he will say, blame it on Hebrew Israelism. Now, what's bothersome, when you look at Christianity and being a Hebrew Israelite, you can see the majority of people, Hebrew Israelites, although we don't agree on doctrine, what is our mindset? Fear of the Lord, right? Don't steal from your brother or sister or your parents, right? Don't shoot and kill your brother and sister. Try not to be a glutton and covetous person, right? Don't commit adultery. You know, this is the rampant things, because with adultery brings confusion and it brings whoredom. So as being a Hebrew Israelite, I know quite a few young men in the truth. Well, I know quite a few brothers in the truth. We don't dabble in that stuff, but a Christian church, yeah, they got all kind of freakism going on in those churches. So we can see that when it comes to what Vocab calls Hebrew Israelism and Christianity, we can see how in depth, on a larger scale, Christianity has ruined us, right? And then there was a video where it was a naked man found in the back of a car, pastor, who was with a minor, 15-year-old. And all the Christians came on my channel because I said that was Christianity, and they came up with all the excuses. Well, they're falling away. It was just, not all Christians are good. But nobody says this about Hebrew Israelism. Anyway, more hypocrisy, more hypocrisy. But I want to jump on this story. This is Matthew 24:12, and then I'll read a little bit of the article. It says, 24:12 or 24:11. It says, and many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. And again, these Christians are saying, hey, it's us. It's the Hebrew Israelites. But it's nothing but false prophets in all these Christian churches, man. Now one of them ain't doing anything for you. They sold out with their 501c3. They're not even prophets. They're not even preachers. Preacher goes to prophets, and the prophet means to say before, you know, something has happened, right? And it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, right? And this is what we actually see. So this situation here was a murder-suicide, right? This is, I'll read a little bit. The shooting occurred late Monday morning at Abundant Life Christian School. So, we find that the schools aren't safe. When you build on the foundation of the wicked, all you're going to have is wickedness, right? So you see people dying in regular schools and private schools, but watch what he says. Watch what Biden says. It says, police said teenage student opened fire, killing another student and a teacher. The shooter also was dead, likely by suicide. Now, I don't want to get too much in conspiracy theory, but it was said that there were situations where they had the MK such and such a thing. We don't know if it's subliminal or it's TikTok-y and Instagram and Facebook and probably recording it. I don't know. But it's something weird with this. It says Police Chief Sean Barnes said responding police officers did not fire their weapons, Barnes said. The shooter was 17-year-old female, right? Female student. And law enforcement officials told the Associated Press, right, the official was not authorized to discuss the ongoing investigation and spoke to the AP on the condition of anonymity, right? Investigators believe the shooter used a 9mm pistol. They believed it. Shouldn't they know that? If a law enforcement official told the Associated Press the official spoke on the condition of anonymity. It says anonymity. Let me look at this up. I guess it's a word a little difficult to pronounce, so I'm not ashamed to admit I don't know how to pronounce it. I believe it goes to anonymous, I guess. Let's see what it says here.
Anonymity.
Okay, I heard that before. Anonymity, right? The state of being anonymous. Okay, I don't know why they just say that, but I heard of anonymity. I just, sometimes you see a word and you just forget. Anonymity, because they were not authorized to discuss the ongoing investigation. The school website shows that Friday was to be the last scheduled day of class before the holiday break. President Joe Biden, in a statement, called the shooting shocking and unconscionable and urged Congress to act immediately. So let's go on to see what Biden said he wanted to act on immediately. And see, when you see these kind of shootings, not like in the hoods in the schools, there's not a great push for some gun right or gun protection, right? And this is what the people are going to protest against as well, because they're starting to slowly take the rights. President Biden is calling on Congress to pass what is calling a common sense gun reform. The president says that he wants to ban assault weapons. I mean, any weapon can be an assault, used as an assault, but a woman had a 9mm. High capacity magazines, so what they want him to shoot, like toy guns now? And he wants to require background checks for all gun sales. This is the weird stuff I'm talking about here. This is weird. All these Negroes in the hood, they get a hold of all these guns that supposedly were confiscated, somehow got back on the streets. And what background check are you going to get on a lot of these guns that are on the streets in general? So all this does is tax the people who legitimately own guns or without felonies, who want to do right in so-called society. And it's weird because the president of the United States has a felony. So I don't. Is he not allowed to have a gun? Oh, I forgot. He got all the people around him with guns. It just shows you the demise of this place and how it's going. And it also just shows you the demise of Christianity, man. This was all Christianity. Let's go to 2 Timothy 3. It says, people will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud. This is all TikTok behavior, man. Abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful. Well, hell, the parents are on that Insta, whatever you want to call it, Instagram and IG and all that stuff. You know, I'm not on any of that stuff. But it says parents ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, nor lovers of good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasures than lovers of God, right? Having a form of godliness but denying the power, and have nothing to do with such people. And this is going on in the Christian church. Damn Whyte Jesus. Whyte Jesus is a murderer. He's been a murderer. When you look at the history of Whyte Jesus, this same Jesus slept with his own sister, LaQuisha Borgias. Now, the Christians will say, it doesn't matter what he looked like, but it mattered all that time. It don't matter now, but all that time we followed Whyte Jesus, and that white demon was up, hanging on grandma's eyes, and whenever you walked, those blue eyes followed you, and you're going to tell me it didn't matter? The psychology of Whyte Jesus, and in the time of racism, and how we viewed people by skin color, which was pushed on us, and now all of a sudden we've woken up out of that sick mindset, that sick behavior, and said, no, we're not doing this no more. We're not following Whyte Jesus, and us Israelites, I'll say a great millstone, and we don't follow Christ either. We follow Yahushua, the son of Yahweh, right? The true image is a so-called black man, and the true image of what he's done. Now, where is the folly and the wickedness on the left-hand side that you see that black Jesus do? Somebody got to explain that to me, right? Where's the wickedness with him? But I can show you that Whyte Jesus and show you all the wickedness and the root of sickness that that demon came with. But now all of a sudden Jesus don't matter. And this is what the Christians push. It don't matter his color. Just believe in the Savior. Yeah, but if I go to sit up there and pray to a picture of Baal, right, or Chemosh, or one of those Balaam, or one of those gods, or the Egyptian god, Ra, but still say Jesus, am I still praying to the right deity? That's a question for you Christians. But anyway, let's move on a little bit. 2 Ezra 15 and 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. See, this is only a sign of what's coming. And again, the Christian school more likely don't read this out of the Apocrypha, right? They more likely don't. I don't know if they have the Apocrypha or not. If they do, they're not reading the hard stuff, right? Behold, saith God, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reference me, right? Which are from the rising of the sun, from the southeast and Lebanon, to turn themselves against another and repay the thing that they have done to them. Who? The Israelites. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so I do also, and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord. So we got answers. We know what the hell is going on. My right hand shall not spare the sinners. Oh, wait a minute. The Christians say it doesn't matter. God hates the sin, not the sinners. That's what the Christians say. I heard a lot of them say that. No wonder they don't want to read the Apocrypha, right? The right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. So that was a spirit of vengeance that was on that young woman. And who knows what they were doing to that young woman in that school, man. Them Christians are known. And the reason why those Christians and those PDO Christians and those sick popes, and the reason why they do all that stuff, because they don't have fear in God. They have the understanding in Jesus. The understanding in Jesus was to indulge themselves in lascivious behaviors. That's what Jesus was all about. So that's why they have no fear. This is why T.D. Jakes says he got enough blood to cover him if it is true. Why would he say if it is true? I wouldn't even come even close to saying if it is true. I'd be like that. I wouldn't even make that statement. I got enough blood to cover me for the sins. And that's the sick excuse. And this is why people hate us Hebrew Israelites. Because Jeremiah 4:22 says, my people are sottish. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. They want to continue in their sickness. They don't want to repent from their sins. Because when they speak of repenting, they'll bring out the scriptures. All have fallen short of the glory. And this was what Paul was talking about at the time to those men that was talking about other Israelites in Gentile state of mind. Like he would not sin, cast the first stone, that type of thing. But when Yahushua healed people, what did he say? Go sin no more. We can't follow the law 100%. I know that. And we will fall short to some degree, but not purposely. This is what the Christian church does. This is what they teach. Hey, I can commit adultery. No big deal. I don't fear white Jesus. He loves me. Yeah, right. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.